In today's video, we're going to have an excellent classic shave with the legendary Mitchell's Wool Fat. But before we get to the shave, just a quick note. If you want to contact me and you want a response, email me at tsevangelist@live.com. That information is always below the video in the description. I don't accept Facebook messages from people who aren't friends of mine. By that, I mean people that I talk to day in, day out, not just associates, not just people in the groups, but actual friends. So I don't see those messages. Also, I don't generally see the comments or messages through YouTube. So the best way to contact me, once again, is send an email to tsevangelist@live.com. That said, let's get on with it. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another shaving video. And as mentioned before, today we're going to use Mitchell's Wool Fat. And by the way, you don't have to buy it in the ceramic container. If you don't, it's usually somewhere between 10 and 12 bucks for the puck, which comes out to somewhere around $3 an ounce. So not tremendously expensive. We'll lather it. We'll use the Big Bruce again today to lather it. Mitchell's Wool Fat is indeed a classic soap. In my view, it's a great soap. The scent is, it just smells like soap. Nothing remarkable there. Oh, by the way, here's a look at the soap. Mine is quite old. One of the things you have to remember with Mitchell's Wool Fat is you do need to make sure you are using enough water and that your brush stays fairly wet while lathering. It does take water to get that initial lather. Some people do have problems lathering it. I never have, but we'll make sure we get a really heavy load just to make sure we don't have any problems. Once you get a nice load with Mitchell's Wool Fat, the consistency of the lather is really nice and silky. It's got lanolin, so it's great for post-shave. Really the only thing I don't like about it is the scent. It has a scent, but to me it's just soap. It's not a really great scent. It sort of smells like an old-fashioned soap, and it looks like we've just about got enough load here, but just in case, we'll add just a little bit more. I'm just dabbing the tip of my brush in here, and we'll load it just a little more because, like I said, some folks do have trouble. Just keep working at it and you'll get it. Not a problem. All right, looks like we got a decent load. We will wet the face and get going. Stay tuned. All right, so here we are on Thursday, working toward that weekend once again. Another classic soap today, and we're not spending a lot of money on a shave today. Sticking in that budget sort of range. Now this soap does cost, $3 or $4, or usually around $3 an ounce. If you're in Europe, it could be cheaper, but this is what it costs here in the United States. It doesn't cost a tremendous amount of money. If you buy the ceramic container that I showed you, it's like 35 bucks, but you don't have to buy that. You can just buy the puck if you want to, and you'll get yourself a really fine soap. Like I said, the only thing I think Mitchell's misses is a scent. It's not great on a scent. To me, it just smells like that out of my nose, an old-fashioned sort of soap. So just be cognizant of that. You're not going to get a soap with a outstanding scent. Some people may like it, but to me, it's just, it's kind of meh. But this is very slick. It's a really good performer. Today, again, we're going to use another Super Speed Blue Tip. This one is a little harder to find online. Blue Tips, for whatever reason, they're usually around 20 bucks, or can be a little higher depending on condition, but you could still find them. They're not quite as common as the other models. The red and the blue tip Super Speeds are a little more difficult to find. Both nice shavers. I prefer the red tip of all, but today we're using the blue tip. Again, we're sort of keeping our budget shaves going, and tomorrow we'll we'll use another budget soap. And this lather, by the way, I could have worked that a little more and beat it into a little more submission, but it works good for me as is. I don't have a perfect lather with it. I did not work it enough. But as you can see there, it did a great job for me for pass 1. Stay tuned for pass 2. One thing I can tell you is that when I was rinsing my face, boy, you can really feel that residual slickness. It is super slick right now, even though I've rinsed most of the soap off. I could shave right now without re-lathering because this is super slick. We'll lather anyway, just to be sure, but boy, when you rinse this stuff off, you can just feel that residual slickness, which is excellent. And it's one of the things about this that shine. It's best known probably for post-shave. And again, every time I mention lanolin, there are lanolin deniers out there who don't believe in it. That is okay. If you don't think it does anything, that's fine. But many people believe it lends itself to an excellent post-shave, with softens the skin. I find that to be the case. You may not also find that the consistency of the lanolin-based soaps tend to be a little more silky and slick, and that's just me. You may not agree. Again, that is entirely okay, but I gotta tell you, boy, that is slick. Even with that soap not there, the residual slickness on this is really off the chain. I mean, it is tremendous. And I could easily keep going over that spot many, many times with no problem whatsoever. And so that's one of the areas where Mitchell's Wool Fat really shines. And there's a reason it's been around as long as it has, and there's a reason it is a classic. There are people who really, really love this soap. I like it a lot. I wouldn't say I love it. I say I really like it a lot for its performance. That's where it shines. It is a fantastic performer, and if you haven't used it, it's one of those soaps to definitely try. It's one to have in your kit just to go back to now and then. It's a classic for a reason, and check it out and see what you think. Like I said, some folks do have trouble lathering it. Just continue to work with it. You can beat it into submission eventually if you continue working with it. All right, there's an excellent second pass. We'll come back for pass 3. Boy, I gotta tell you, it's been so long since I've used Mitchell's, I've forgotten what a great residual slickness it has. There's like a sheen all over my face. It's like a protective barrier. Even without the visible lather, that really makes it slick. And that's why it works so well. Whatever properties it has just really makes that razor glide effortlessly across the face, cutting the hair, but allowing that razor to glide with very little drag because it's so slick. And that's why Mitchell's Wool Fat is great, in addition to its post-shave properties. Really, really nice. Boy, if this soap had like scent, like cologne type scents, if they made the same soap formula with cologne type scents, it would be absolutely killer. Absolutely killer. But it's good the way it is. And again, if you haven't tried it, at some point, give it a shot. You're probably not going to be wowed by the scent. Again, I will warn you about that in advance. Some people like the scent. To me, it just smells like sort of an old-fashioned soap. And that may be, for some people, very desirable, sort of, takes you back to where most people use bar soaps before they started using gels and all this stuff. Not a deodorant soap, like just an old-fashioned, like almost like a soap that homemade soap someone would make. That sort of thing. I gotta tell you though, on a performance basis, it's excellent. Just lacks that tremendous scent for me personally, but you may find it to be very, very nice. They also sell Mitchell's Wolfat bath bars, but boy, they're expensive. I tried one once. It is good, but it is expensive. Here in the U.S. for you. Bath bar. But the soap, shaving soap rather, is fairly affordable. All right, so there we are. We've had an excellent shave with Mitchell's Wolfat. We'll come back and do the post. Stay tuned. All right, so we're back at in comes. I turn the label the right way. The Thayer is magic because it's made by witches. And I got to tell you, boy, I really had to wash my face to get that sheen that's like just that coating of slickness off. Because like I said, it just really coats your face in that really slick coating, which is really great while you're shaving. But after you finish with your shave, make sure you rinse your face really well with warm water to remove all that so you don't have soap on your face for the rest of the day. Again, the Thayer's magic made by witches. And let's review the equipment before we get to the aftershave, which is a budget aftershave and a classic. Gillette Blue Tip usually can be found $20 and up. Because these are a little harder to come by. I don't know if they didn't make as many or only made them for a short period of time. Razor Rock Big Bruce, outstanding. Between $10, $12, I think. Excellent, excellent value. And today, well, let's not forget the Mitchell's Wolfat. Mitchell's Wolfat, once again, classic, excellent. Give it a shot if you haven't tried it. Now we bring in the classic Clubman aftershave, which I like. It's quite affordable. It can be found a lot of times here in the U.S. at your Rite Aid or Walgreens or CVS, right along with like Brood and the handful of other aftershaves that they carry. This is usually found alongside those, and you can get it locally, so you don't even have to order it if you don't want to. Sometimes it's cheaper to order. Not very expensive at all. Sort of citrusy-like scent. I like it. Classic, great stuff. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. Of course, until next time, let's make America shave again.